Shocked at the bigger times!
Oh.
Is this story of the mysterious autobiography researched with facts, or should
You ask anyone in the street what they think of Britain's public buildings, and they'll probably look at you and say, well, they're a lot of old rubbish. That's why the Day Today has commissioned a special fly-on-the-wall documentary series about every single one of them, starting this week with St Lamb's Pool in Acton.
Oh, brilliant.
Superb.
Bravo.
An iron horseshoe is a popular item as it brings its owner good luck.
Hey, how we doing? Hope you're doing okay. Oh yeah, I actually did the social post ahead of time. Okay, great. I can just... Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Hey, Arvenla.
Great for beer snacks.
Yeah, and lots of calcium, so healthy.
These are...
Honestly, I mean, I really should be doing like game dev stuff just tonight so that I can finish it, but at the same time I need a break, and this kind of seems like a break, so we're gonna do ScummVM stuff as per usual today. Let's just switch to the desktop. Hey, hi, how's it going? My name is Scott. This is a stream about fixing things. More specifically, it is about fixing ScummVM. That thing. And the thing inside of the thing we're fixing is Macromedia Director. And main game tonight that we're going to look at is GOTHOS, which we were kind of investigating last week. We actually had a little map that we put together of most of GOTHOS, which inexplicably, I guess, just does not have... It had, like... I found a hint page, which kind of gave, like, vague suggestions for how to finish the game, but it is a massive, massive open world that we kind of... And I think that we've mapped maybe, like, a third of it, because there are 3 CDs, and I believe we got up to, like, the cutoff between disc 1 and disc 2. Oh, L5 says, doing good. Pretty early in the morning here, trying one of those weird Cometeer frozen coffee things. I'm not aware of it. Is it like a kind of iced coffee type confection? Anywho, we're not doing... We'll get to GOTHOS, but initially we're going to start off with a warm-up. Ideally just a game for children, a child's game. And I do this because ostensibly there's less to them and therefore fewer things that can go wrong. Which is... sometimes it's true. Not always, but sometimes. Okay, so we were going to look at Selfish Giant by... Well, the story of the Selfish Giant was by Oscar Wilde. I don't think Oscar Wilde was involved in actually building the interactive CD-ROM edition. But, okay, there we go. There is a Windows version here. So... let's start up ScummVM. ScummVM. Debug flags. Lingo exec. Debug level equals 5. Oh, I should actually... Oh, it's just called Selfish. Selfish. Oh, and strict. Lingo strict. Game data not found. Game data not... No, come on. Come on. We know that's not true. We know it's there. Detection tables. Selfish. Oh, interesting. Okay, so there's no... We don't have the Mac version on file, so I may as well add a detection entry for the Mac version while I'm here. So we'll say Mac game 1, selfish... Okay, get out of here. Where's the Mac version? HFS. So we have click for story 4 megabyte, click for story 5 megabyte, and click for story 8 megabyte. So I'm assuming that click for story is going to be the one. Yeah, there we go. So we'll say click for story 8 megabyte. It's not going to be T. It's not going to be this. Did it say it was Director 3.1? Yes, it did. I guess we'll use the back end of the resource fork. Also, selfish. Selfish.exe. Direct. Whatever, okay. We'll leave the version at 300 though. I'm not, yeah, is it gonna be 300? It's unlikely to be 300. I don't know. We'll check to see if there's a mismatch. But also, this would be selfish. Selfish.exe. Okay. Detection. Okay. So it found click for story. So let's just chuck that in here. Did it make a call about what version of director it was? I guess not yet. I guess that happens after. After we load the initial thing. Okay. Sanctuary Woods. Oh, is this... This is like another one by the production company that did the Shelley Duvall games.
Stay out of my yard!
Big feet, big ears, big nose, big eyes, big hands, big toes, big knees, big mouth. Hey, you kids! Get out of my garden.
Stay out of my yard!
Selfish, chases the children and builds high walls. All of the flowers and trees in his garden are his alone. He won't share at all. Big feet, big ears, big nose, big eyes, big hands, big toes, big knees, big mouth. Hey, you kids! Get out of my garden.
Stay out of my yard.
Wait. What happened? Where'd the music go?
You kids stay out of my yard.
Big feet.
Oh, it's starting again. Okay. Huh. Alright, well... This up here looks a bit wrong. Just gonna go out on a limb and say that that's not meant to happen. Draw all. Crap, no. So what is this? Cast 5. So... 8-bit, okay, so it's an 8-bit image. It is 325 by 95. A nice, a nice round number. It's got a pitch of 336. And it looks kind of like whatever run length encoding there is kind of not worked. Either that or maybe like the there's like an offset that's slightly wrong, because it sort of looks like it's consistently offset by the same amount, but very hard to tell. Very hard to tell by looking at it. Draw off. Oh, also, version. Okay, so directed version 310, expected directed version 310. Let's just check out the ISO one to make sure that it starts. Oh, just straight up died. Error loading stream from file selfish WSMC main menu. Oh, okay, right. Yep. So it's an ISO. A problem with certain types of hybrid ISOs is that sometimes they include duplicate entries for like the Mac version, which just are full of nothing. So I'm gonna go through, delete that. Okay, mercifully it doesn't seem like they've got that stuff in any of these folders. Okay. Okay. Do we get the song?
You kids stay out of my yard.
Yes, we do. Okay. Interesting. All right. So So what happened there? We have like the Windows edition has no decoding problem. That's really weird. Version. Okay, and yeah, it's also a 310 game, so let's sort that out. Alright, let's play... Okay, talking? Yes, we absolutely want talking. Let's go...
Every afternoon as they were coming from school, the children used to go and play in the giant's garden.
Wow, so much interactivity. Okay, there's one hotspot. That's what I'm taking away from all that. Can you click the words? No, you cannot.
Giant. A person who has great size or strength. A giant has to wear really big clothes.
Interesting. Okay, so there is a hotspot down here, but they seem to do nothing. Draw
It was a large, lovely garden with soft green grass. Here and there over the grass stood beautiful flowers like stars. There were 12 peach trees that in the springtime broke out into delicate blossoms of pink and pearl, and in the autumn bore rich fruit.
The best kind. Well, that's kind. I guess that's kind of cool. I guess that's kind of. It's kind of fun. All right, next page.
The birds sat on the trees and sang so sweetly that the children used to stop their games in order to listen to them.
Okay, so just bird song.
Gee, listen to those birds sing. Let's play hide and seek again. Wow, look at the flowers. Gee, listen to those birds sing. Let's come back tomorrow and play again. What are we gonna play next?
Yeah, the audio levels in this game are a bit all over the place.
Sweetly, pleasing to hear, taste, or smell. The children listened as their mother talked sweetly to the baby.
But one day, the giant came back. He had been to visit his friend, the Cornish ogre, and had stayed with him for 7 years. After the 7 years were over, he had said all that he had to say, for his conversation was limited, and he determined to return to his own castle.
Wow. Pretty catty, Oscar. Oh, we could only talk for 7 years straight. What a bore. Okay. Alright. That's charming.
Conversation. Talk between people.
Okay.
Determined. Made a strong decision. The boy determined to earn the money for a new bicycle by himself.
Wait, what? That's not like the who uses determined like that? Like the boy was determined to earn the money for a new bicycle by himself, but like the boy determined to earn the money. Like what is that? That's no one says that. Come on, Sanctuary Woods. Like this is
Over.
one job.
Past and gone. When the summer was over, the children had to go back to school.
Limited. Not able to go very far. The area the dog could run in was limited because he was tied to a tree.
Cornish. From the area of Cornwall, a county in England in the British Isles. The Cornish people live in the southwest portion of England.
Ogre. A very mean giant. You would be afraid if you met an ogre, especially if he was in a bad mood.
Alright, next page.
When he arrived, he saw the children playing in his garden.
That was a cool roar. Yeah, right. Okay.
My own garden is my own garden. Anyone can understand that. And I will allow nobody to play in it but myself.
Was he just like tearing up handfuls of... Oh my goodness. Amplery. How's it going? You've caught us in the middle of... Well, at the start, actually, of Oscar Wilde's The Selfish Giant. Actually, okay. We gotta go back to the title screen just to show off, so far, the most interesting part. Let me just start this up again.
I'm willing to ignore that "pa down my pants" comment, but I'm more concerned with what that rope is attached to.
No additional context required for that, Sonneveld. I'm sure that's perfectly good explanation. All right, let's go back to the start here. Yeah, this is by Sanctuary Woods, the same people I think responsible for Shelley Duvall's various multimedia projects. But yeah, this is Oscar Wilde's.
You kids stay out of my yard.
Sing along if you know the words.
Big feet, big ears, big nose, big eyes, big hands, big toes, big knees, big mouth. Hey, you kids! Get out of my garden.
Stay out of my yard.
Mean old giant, he's so selfish, chases the children and builds high walls. All of the flowers and trees in his garden are his alone. He won't share at all. Big feet, big ears, big nose, big eyes, big hands, big toes, big knees, big mouth. Hey, you kids! Get out of my garden.
Stay out of my yard.
Sonneveld says, property is theft, tall man. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll learn a lesson.
Paints the garden pale and the north wind have shivery thought. Big feet, big ears, big nose, big eyes, big hands, big toes, big knees, big mouth. Hey, you kids! Get out of my garden. Get out of here.
This little get out of here, kid. At the end. Oh my god. Yeah, so very cool theme song. I think we can all agree. Very stream of consciousness. Don't need to worry about like any of those rhyming couplets. Like kids aren't into rhymes. They're just after like, I don't know, people like listing off grievances in song. Yeah. Okay, so where were we? I think we were back at... No. Oh my word. How many pages is this? 52 pages! Jesus. Okay, Christ. Alright, in that case, we're going back to page 6. Okay, where's the context shot? Here we go. So... Oh, crap. And I've got to turn on voices. Voices on. Story.
He had been to visit his friend, the Cornish ogre, and had stayed with him for 7 years. After the 7 years were over, he had said all that he had to say, for his conversation was limited, and he determined to return to his own castle.
So, you know, it's an interactive storybook kind of game. You can get a definition of certain words, which is I think similar to "It's a bird's life." I took issue with this sentence here. No one has ever said the boy determined to earn the money for a new bicycle by himself. That's insane. Maybe the boy had determined, but whatever. That's nitpicking. The animation quality so far has been kind of lackluster. Except this. Watching an ogre eat a martini glass. That's pretty good.
When he arrived, he saw the children playing in his garden.
Oh, Adam Serene says, Nord behind you there. I used to play an Electro 2 when they came out. Yes, this is a Nord Electro 5. Apologies for the audio. It is all over the place. I'll try and duck it a little bit. But yeah, it's a fun piano. Very, I don't know, very good kind of piano and electric piano patches on it. I do wish it had pitch bend though. That's annoying that it does not have that. But, okay. Now we're caught up.
My own garden is my own garden. Anyone can understand that. And I will allow nobody to play in it but myself.
I hate to break it to you, Adam. They're up to the... I'm pretty sure they're up to the 6. Okay, this scene kind of confused me a little bit because I gather he's trying to kind of, I don't know, clean up after the kids have been, you know, screwing with his flowers, but it just looks like he's just tearing it out by the roots. That doesn't seem like he's repairing much at all.
So he built a high...
Oh no, what have we got here? Okay, so just to give a little context as to like what we do on this stream, I am one of the developers on ScummVM, which is an engine for playing old games on new systems, and more specifically, the Macromedia Director engine, which is still kind of under heavy development. And there are thousands of freaking games that were made using Director. And so on this stream, I just try playing them and see what's broken, what kind of needs to be fixed. Usually it's just a case of like, there is like 1 or 2 tiny things that are broken, and once you fix those, the game's basically good. So what we see here, this giant black square, that could be one of a number, like it's obviously like a rendering issue for the text, like maybe it could either be like an image decoding error, which we saw earlier that there was another image decoding error, or it could be that there's maybe a different, like it's drawing a shape rather than an image. So I'm just going to turn on image debugging.
All round it and put up a notice board.
Trespassers will be prosecuted.
Oh, it's a okay, so this is actually a clue here. So there is a little number that was kind of incrementing there. That indicates it's probably a film loop. So we've got cast 5. No, it's a digital video. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's... Right. So what appears to be happening there is that instead of showing up as... I don't know if the other ones would, like... That's very unusual. I've never seen text displayed as like a QuickTime movie before, but that's apparently what it is. So if I search for NAR07... Okay, and then file... Yeah, it's an Apple QuickTime movie.
So he built a high wall all round it and put up a notice board.
Interesting, okay, so it's just audio. So if it's just audio, why is it blocking out the text? It should be invisible. That's... okay. So I'll just make a note of that. Which movie is this? This is 079 info... Okay. So I'm just going to write this down. Selfish QuickTime movie for audio blocks screen. Draw off. Okay, and now the audio stopped. We can see the text. But I didn't know that... I don't know why it's blocking it. Oh, that is a... I just realized where the squelching sound is coming from. That is gross. Fringes will not be tolerated. Encroachers will be reproached. Test passes will be interrogated. Infringers will not be okay. Test passes. This means you. Wonder who that's for. Infringers will not be tolerated. Encroachers. If you can read the sign, you're too close. There's quite a few. Keep out. Teddy bears will be confiscated. That's awfully... awfully specific. Sev says, a theory, the cast member still has dimensions, but since the video contains an audio track, we return an empty surface, and that is rendered black on top of the text. Yeah, I would agree that that makes sense. I'm just surprised that this is like the first time that we've ran into it. I would have thought that if there is no video component, the video, like the canvas should default to like 0 by 0, but maybe the sprite size overrides that. Anyway, tell me about trespassing.
People who go on someone else's property without permission. The trespassers on the farmer's land didn't close the gate, so his cows got out of their pasture.
Aww.
Prosecuted. Taken to court. People who break the law will be prosecuted. Notice board. A big sign. There was a notice board at school with news about a sports day for everyone on Thursday. Selfish. Wanting everything for yourself. The selfish children never shared their toys, and so no one wanted to play with them.
Alright, everyone get that? Wait, did that skip? Where's the dialogue?
So he built a high wall all round it and put up a...
and when I go back a screen, then it's invisible again.
He was a very selfish giant. The poor children had now nowhere to play. They tried to play on the road, but the road was very dusty and full of hard stones, and they did not like it.
I was gonna say, like, the road is... Why does the road have, like, a massive boulder? Wouldn't that be dangerous? Also, it's an interesting juxtaposition, I think, of, like, I guess, like, medieval fairy tale style giants and just modern day kids wearing jeans and sneakers. Yeah, okay. Not much in the way of animation on the screen. Just rocks. Just rocks and children.
They used to wander round the high wall when their lessons were over and talk about the beautiful garden inside.
And Foolery says it's a metaphor. No, I'm pretty sure it's a rock. Wait, what is this? No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, there you go. It's a metamorphic rock. Okay, I understand now. Why is he behind every single rock? I don't... Yeah. Terrifying. Slide puzzles, but worse. Well, thankfully they seem optional.
wandering, walking about with no special place to go. The children found the dog wandering along the road, so they took him back to his home.
All right.
Then the spring came, and all over the country there were little blossoms and little birds. Only in the garden of the selfish giant it was still winter. The birds did not care to sing in it, as there were no children, and the trees forgot to blossom.
The trees forgot to blossom. Oh, I see. Okay, so the giant just gets perpetual winter. And Fullery says, winter is nice. I don't mind winter, but in, like, controlled doses. I don't know, as I've aged, my circulation has gotten worse, and therefore I'm more prone to the cold than I once was.
Once a beautiful flower put its head out from the grass, but when it saw the notice board, it was so sorry for the children that it slipped back into the ground again and went back to sleep.
Aww. Do we get to see the flower? Just oh, okay, we're just gonna do it again then. I think okay, I can understand now why the book is like 60 pages when there's literally like 2 hotspots per page.
The only people who were pleased were the snow and the frost.
Info says, yeah, when I read that the WHO advises an inside temperature of at least 18 degrees Celsius, I was like, whoops, I've been doing it wrong. Yeah, I also kind of was doing that until, actually, yeah, eventually I got one of these, which is like, it's a thermometer and it's an air quality, or, you know, ppm CO2 gauge, and it's really kind of enlightening to realize, huh, I've got a bit of a headache coming on. Why is that? Oh, look, parts per million, like 1,400 parts per million CO2. There's just no air in the room. I should probably do something about that.
Spring has forgotten this garden. So we will live here all the year round.
Yeah. I initially got it just for... Yeah, I don't know. I initially got it so that I could kind of measure... Like, when going to, like, mask to indoor venues, I could, like, measure, like, how much CO2 is in the air, because apparently that's a good analog for, like, how saturated with COVID the air is. But, honestly, yeah, it's just not... Like, it runs off, like, one battery and is super convenient.
The snow covered up the grass with her great white cloak, and the frost painted all the trees silver.
What we got? We've got some winter sparklies. We've got got a very kind of like very saucy looking Jack Frost up here. Like, what's reminding me of? Like that kind of Johnny Bravo, Johnny Quest style silhouette, which I don't think I've ever seen in Jack Frost before. Come on. Oh my god, come on, we gotta keep moving here. Can't linger on this page for too much.
Then they invited the North Wind to stay with them, and he came. He was wrapped in furs, and he roared all day about the garden, and he blew the chimney pots down.
Wow, okay. Emperor says, what's the deal with the kid fonts? Oh, kid fonts. When did that become a thing? The Comic Sans type aesthetic. That's a good question. I mean, I assume that they were always kind of present in, like, written media, like storybooks, for instance, before... You know, I'm assuming that, you know, children's software is taking a lead from, like, children's books and children's, you know, other stuff which has text on it.
So the hail came.
Oh man,
every day
just endless
for 3
guests.
hours, he rattled on the roof of the castle till he broke most of the slates. Then he ran round and round the garden as fast as he could go. He was dressed in grey, and his breath was like ice.
Oh, M4 says, I'm sorry for yammering so much, I'm all hyped up on sugar. That's entirely okay. I'd say that the energy is rubbing off, which is on me, which is good, because before the stream I had a big old bowl of pasta, and generally that's the kind of thing which, like, just puts me out like a light. Like, I always think, I'm kind of peckish, I should, like, eat properly before the stream, and then I do, and then I'm like, oh shit, this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea for staying awake. But, no, re-energized. It's been hailing like crazy over here in WA for a while. Like, multiple times I've woken up at like 2 AM and there's just been like hail smashing down on the roof outside. I don't know, maybe the weather is trying to tell me something about being a jerk for not letting people play in my backyard or something like that.
He sat at the window and looked out at his cold, white garden.
You gonna say something? Got anything to say for yourself?
I'm cold.
Okay. You know what? Fair enough. Looks freaking freezing.
I hope there will be a change in the weather.
So many different little kind of like music hits on each page. It must have taken a while to put them all together. What's this guy doing? That's not weather, it's just stomping. Just stomping on the parapets. Okay, and we've got Jack Frost up here just being very fruity. These animations, yeah, they're not quite as exciting as they could be. Like, I'm not really getting much in the way of interactivity.
But the spring
it's more like a
never
slideshow.
came, nor the summer. The autumn gave golden fruit to every garden, but to the giant's garden she gave none.
Wow. Okay. Can we talk to Autumn?
He is too selfish.
Musical word level 1. Play but note.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Shiner A. It's good to have you around. Oh, what? What? This doesn't look right. What is going on here? How come? Alright, draw. Okay, no, it's two different... It's two different images. I guess it's meant to, like... maybe this is legit. I don't know. Like, there's no... Oh, wait, no. Crap, there's a film loop. There's a film loop there. I think. Cast 19. No, I'm just full of it. Okay, so we've got... So cast 19 is a bitmap. And then we've got cast 8, which is also a bitmap. Except... It can't be. Was it channel 10? Channel 10? Channel 10 is empty. Windows. Okay, there's no sub-windows. And according to this... Oh wait, okay, no. Just Chan. Chan is what I'm after. Okay, there we go. So, in channel 10 there's cast member 8, which... Yeah, which as we established is just... It's an empty... Okay, I see. So, cast member 8, I assume is just an empty bitmap. And then if you click on it once, then you get this other image, which shows more stuff. Yeah, okay, it just doubles up the amount of stuff that's there.
He is too selfish. He is too selfish.
Oh, I see, right. So you have to, like, click exactly on the lips to hear the words, "He's too selfish." Draw off.
So it was always winter there, and the north wind and the hail and the frost and the snow danced about through the trees.
Alright. Got a thing to say for yourself. Nope, just another animation where they're moving stuff by the screen. M4 says, this is a lot of skin showing for a children's game. I mean, I guess the north wind is pretty well clothed.
One morning, the giant was lying awake in bed when he heard some lovely music. It sounded so sweet to his ears that he thought it must be the king's musicians passing by.
Do we get to hear the music? Yeah. And Fulry says, nice quilt. What do you think? Do you think it's stars or fortune cookies? Or Pac-Man? That's a little difficult to tell. Anything out the window? Oh, there we go. That's not music though, that's birdsong. Oh, there we go. It was birdsong.
Only a little linnet singing outside his window, but it was so long since he had heard a bird sing in his garden that it seemed to him to be the most beautiful music in the world.
What's a linnet?
Linnet, a small brown bird. A linnet is a different kind of bird than a robin or a sparrow.
So, okay. Now, it's okay. So, a linnet is a different kind of bird than a robin or a sparrow. That's all you need to know. If you just, if you go down and, go down the pond and you see, like, some pelicans, and you can just say, look, it's a linnet, because it's not a robin or a sparrow. That peacock over there, that's a linnet. You know, because... Oh wait, no, sorry, small brown bird. Shit, I forgot about the other rule. Okay. What? Okay, so you go to, like, a turkey farm, and you see, like, a baby turkey. You go, no, that's a linnet, because it's a different kind of bird than a robin or a sparrow. That chicken over there, that small brown chicken, that's a linnet, because it's a different kind of bird than a robin or a sparrow. Yeah, pigeon, wren. Sparrow's not the same as a pigeon. Yeah, it kind of lacking in differentiating qualities. Alright.
Then the hail stopped dancing over his head, and the north wind ceased roaring, and a delicious perfume came to him through the open casement.
Oh no. Are we... Is the linnet trying to seduce the giant now? Is that what we're meant to take away from this?
Roaring made a loud noise like a lion. You can hear the race car engine roaring during the whole race.
Dr. Buckler says the hen's been singing in my garden again. No, sorry, that's a linnet. We've gone through this.
Delicious.
Because it's not a robin or a sparrow.
Good taste or smell. You would find many delicious foods
The
such
linnet
as
was
roast
singing.
corn, hamburgers, and steaks at a barbecue.
Okay, many delicious foods such as roast corn, hamburgers, and steaks at a barbecue. Yeah, okay.
Casement. A type of window that opens outward on a hinge. Old-style houses sometimes have casement windows made of stained glass.
Do they? I guess sometimes you can get old-style houses with stained glass windows. They'd be pretty old, though. No, I guess, I don't know, it was kind of a trend in the 70s, I guess.
He jumped out of bed and looked out. What did he see?
Cool animation. Just standing up. Standing up and looking out the window. Anything cool happening under the bedspread? Does he see gunshots? Is that the thing that he saw out the window?
He saw a most wonderful sight. Through a little hole in the wall, the children had crept in, and they were sitting in the branches of the trees. In every tree that he could see, there was a little child.
Does not appear to be any hotspots on the screen.
Wonderful. Causing surprise and interest. The girl received a wonderful gift for her birthday. A new telescope.
That is a pretty wonderful gift.
Sight. Something worth seeing. The shaggy dog all covered with mud was a sight to see.
Debatable.
And the trees were so glad to have the children back again that they had covered themselves with blossoms, and they were waving their arms gently above the children's heads. The birds were flying about and twittering with delight, and the flowers were looking up through the green grass and laughing.
Okay, I think...
Twittering. Making short, chirping sounds. On sunny mornings, you might hear birds twittering in the trees outside your window.
Yeah, you can see that this is, you know, it's showing this particular part of the story hasn't aged particularly well. It's now, you know, on sunny mornings you might hear birds X the everything apping in the trees outside your window. but,
gently,
you know.
softly, with great care. The boy picked up the kitten very gently and put it back in the basket.
Look at that animation. That whole frame. And for some reason, all of the... Oh, okay. You can enable the... Okay, that animation was like a little bit complex, but some, like, look at this, like moving, like, that's not an animation.
It was a lovely scene. Only in one corner, it was still winter. It was the farthest corner of the garden.
Ah, Blood Jedi said, somehow still a better game than Dragon's Lair. Mad Moose said, we had a fox in our garden. It did not sing. Well, was it brown? That could be part of the problem. Also, you know, was it a robin or a sparrow? Okay, again, another... Are there really no hotspots on this side of the screen? Oh no, this is just an extra long animation that... Okay, you can make the birds leave. Yeah.
And in it was standing a little boy. He was so small that he could not reach up to the branches of the tree, and he was wandering all round it, crying bitterly. The poor tree was still quite covered with frost and snow, and the north wind was roaring above it. "Climb up, little boy," said the tree, and it bent its branches down as low as it could. But the boy was too tiny.
Wow, and so the little boy just has to stand here. In the cold, cold snow.
Bitterly, with great sadness and regret, the boy complained bitterly when he couldn't go to the birthday party.
I'm interested to see like where this part of the
Wandering.
For this part of the story
Walking
goes.
about with no special place to go. The children found the dog.
Oh no, we've heard that definition, and we've heard roaring.
And the giant's heart melted as he looked out.
How selfish I have been. Now I know why the spring would not come here. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall. And my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever.
He was really very sorry for what he had done.
Melted, softened, warmed. In this case, it means that the giant's anger disappeared and changed to gentleness.
He just looks bored in this scene. I mean, I guess, you know, we've got the visual indicator that he's, you know, a changed man over here, but outwardly he's just like, oh, I guess that's why, huh? Like, yeah, like he's yawning. He doesn't look sorry. He just looks tired. He looks beaten down by, like, the spirits of winter who've been haunting him.
So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden.
Okay. Just sticking one eye out. And no animation for the last panel. Why would you need one when you've got that cool Tippy Toes music?
But when the children saw him, they were so frightened that they all ran away. And the garden became winter again.
Ah, here we go. This explains why the book is twice as many pages as we are up to now. Okay. Good scream acting.
Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming.
This is so ominous. I mean... I guess a lot of the conflict has been diffused by the fact that the giant has kind of learned his lesson halfway through the story, but now it's just trying to win back the hearts and minds.
And the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand.
Yeah, this'll calm him down. Just yeet him to the top of a giant tree.
Stole walked very quietly. The boy stole into the kitchen behind his mother and yelled, "Surprise!"
That's the definition of stole that I immediately think of. Don't know about you lot.
And put him up into the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang on it.
Broke, appeared or started suddenly. The spring flowers broke through the snow.
The flower sound effects are very odd. Oh. That's weird. Draw all. Okay, so we've got like another... We got another video. That does not... Are there two videos that are visible? Is that what we're seeing? Like, we've got one QuickTime video here. That makes sense. Well, I mean, the size of the sprite is off, but that kind of makes sense. And if we look at this other one, there's like a frame within a frame. Oh, but only, okay, doesn't matter. Only the outside one is the video, so I'm gonna write that down. So, QuickTime frame wrong dimensions.
And the little boy stretched out his two arms and flung them around the giant's neck and kissed him.
Okay.
Flung. Threw with energy. The girl flung the ball so hard that no one could hit it.
What? Okay.
And the other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, came running back, and with them came the spring.
It is your garden now, little children.
Who do we think that Oscar Wilde was surreptitiously talking about through the character of the giant? Okay. Cannot find a single hotspot on this image, despite it looking quite involved. Dr. Butler says it's obviously the Irish.
Wicked. Very bad and evil. In The Wizard of Oz, there was a wicked witch who was mean to Dorothy.
And he took his great axe and knocked down the wall.
Okay. Damn.
Axe. A sharp tool for cutting down trees. The lumberjack swung his great axe and started to chop down the tree.
Is that right? It feels like that was meant to be a video.
Axe.
Okay. 398. Okay, yeah, it is like the first three. That's like cast 398. Okay, it's a background, cast 24. It's a bitmap, cast 20. It's a video. Okay, so s36blamo.qt. Like, what's that meant to be? Oh. Okay, they made a digital video and it just looked like trash. Cuz like this is like a good example of something which initially to the eye it's like, well, that's got to be wrong. Like clearly there's some kind of graphical glitch going on there. No one would deliberately no one would deliberately have that happen, much less no one would deliberately bake that into a QuickTime video and distribute the QuickTime video. Because that doesn't look like a wall being smashed with an axe. I don't know what that looks like, but it's not that.
And when the people were going to market at 12 o'clock, they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen.
Dr. Buckdotler says, this Oscar Wilde sounds like a hack fraud. Well, he's got to up his up his game for this interactive entertainment, I'll tell you that much. To be fair though, like, this is Sanctuary Woods, one of Sanctuary Woods' first games. Like, Digby is much better than this, because they learned a bunch of lessons.
Dear, he's knocked down the wall. Oh, I wish I could play in the giant garden. Oh, my, oh, my.
Look, he's knocked down the wall. Oh, I wish I could play in the
Uh,
giant garden.
Look, love, he's knocked down the wall.
We shot him, dear. He's knocked down the wall.
It's very hard to make out what these people are saying because of how loud the children are.
All day long they played, and in the evening when they came to bid the giant goodbye, he asked,
"But where is your little companion? The boy I put into the tree."
The giant loved him the best because he had kissed him.
What? What an odd thing to say.
companion, someone you enjoy being with. It is nice to have a companion to talk to on a long walk.
Shano A says, stranger danger. You never know, like it could boomerang around and maybe that's the lesson that they're teaching here.
You must tell him to be sure and come here tomorrow.
But the children said that they did not know where he lived and had never seen him before. And the giant felt very sad.
I think you got to pull yourself together here, I think.
Every afternoon, when school was over, the children came and played with the giant.
There is also the option of just letting them do their thing in the garden, like, you know, just have their run of the garden. You don't have to do this, you know. It's a terrible laugh.
The giant was very kind to all the children, yet he longed for his little friend, and often spoke of him.
You met him once!
The little boy whom the giant loved was never seen again.
Okay. Where are we going with this?
Years went over, and the giant grew very old and feeble.
Okay, you get one hot spot.
Feeble. Weak. The old dog was so feeble, he couldn't chase a ball anymore.
He could not play about anymore, so he sat in a huge armchair and watched the children play at their games and admired his garden.
Okay. Can I click on this? Or is it just an animation that goes forever? It's an animation that goes forever.
I have many beautiful flowers, but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all.
Okay.
One winter, he looked out of his window as he was dressing. He did not hate the winter now, for he knew that it was merely the spring asleep, and that the flowers were resting.
I hope spring has a good rest to make summer more beautiful for the children.
Suddenly, he rubbed his eyes in wonder and looked and looked.
Do we get an animation of rubbing his eyes? Horrifying.
It certainly was a marvelous sight. In the farthest corner of the garden was a tree quite covered with lovely white blossoms. Its branches were all golden, and silver fruit hung down from them, and underneath it stood the little boy he had loved.
Okay. One tiny animation.
Marvelous. Something. unusually wonderful or beautiful. The sky at sunset is a marvelous sight.
Downstairs ran the giant in a great joy, and out into the garden. He hastened across the grass and came near to the child.
I assume this is going to be some kind of like passing of the torch thing where it's actually an adult now, and he is bringing his children here to the garden.
I have missed you so much.
Again, like, we met for like... you met for like less than a day.
I came back because of your love,
said the child, and a great light shone all around him.
Oh wait, is the child Christ? Yeah. This looks like a Christ-like allegory to me. So I didn't think Oscar Wilde was like that big on Christianity.
Who are you? Said the giant.
Okay. Oh my god, alright. Well, I guess.
And a strange awe fell on him, and he knelt before the little child.
Dr. Buckler says, I can't believe that Subverters works like this. I mean, I haven't read the original story, as far as I'm aware, that this is like a verbatim retold, right down to the stipulation about, linnets being not robins or sparrows. Do we get some groveling? Yes, we do.
And the child smiled at the giant and said to him,
You let me play in your garden long ago. Today you may come to my garden, which is in paradise.
Paradise. A beautiful place where everyone is happy.
And the giant lay down under his favorite tree and fell asleep and dreamed of paradise.
Oh, okay, so he died. He died and then the leaves fell on him. But it's okay because he befriended the Christ child. And okay, I understand now that part of the allegory. So I guess it's basically just I don't know, what do we learn from that? Dr. Buxton says, died dream of the child you love. Not great. I think it's okay because, as we've seen, the child is literally Jesus Christ, who, I guess, appeared... I don't... yeah. I guess maybe the analogy kind of falls flat. Because, like, the whole thing was like the giant helped the child get to the top of the tree, and then somehow was infatuated, and then, like, at the end of his days, you realize, oh, actually, no, the child was really just there to, I don't know, take me to a better garden in the afterlife. Yeah, okay, this story is maybe a little involved. surely. Okay, so the Selfish Giant is one of... Oh, thank you to Victoria Butterfly World. Where did Victoria Butterfly World show up in the story? But yeah, apparently one of... The Happy Prince and Other Tales, the Selfish Giant... Yeah, okay. There we go. He doesn't... The giant sees that the boy bears the stigmata. Okay, so in the original story, the little boy had, like, the nail marks in all of the appendages. So, it does not realize that the boy is actually the Christ child and is furious that someone has wounded him. That is, that's a fun little detail. And look, there is a linnet in the original story, which is, as we all know, is not a sparrow, and absolutely freaking not a robin. Dr. Butter says, you can't crucify baby Jesus, it's not canon. I mean, I guess, like, this, you know, this isn't Christ's earthly form. This is Christ reappearing on Earth for the sake of taking this giant to the afterlife, so... You know, if you want to appear with the stigmata, appear with the stigmata. But yeah, quite a lot of adaptations of this particular story. But anyway, okay, what other stuff we got in here? Because wouldn't be a storybook without a bunch of extra junk. So games and puzzles. Show me what you got. Games and puzzles? Oh, you gotta click the button here. Okay. Huh. Why isn't the puzzle working? Oh, interesting. I don't think you're meant to be able to do that. I don't think you're meant to, like, be able to drag everything in the background in addition to the puzzle pieces. I was gonna say, there also seems to be like a kind of specific order. Oh no, it's just, for some reason they're very kind of difficult to select. Also, that's wrong. Honestly, I was not expecting kind of like the appearance of the Christ child in that story. Nor this lady, to be perfectly honest. There we go. That was a puzzle. There are probably more like it, but that's fine. We can take as read that the puzzle engine sort of works. I don't know why the background was draggable though. That seems weird. Oh, here we go. Connect the dots. Okay, you literally just have to hover over the right number. It's a very, very strong, mad sounding laugh he's got. Okay, that's pretty much good. What else we got? Okay. That was it? Okay, ICBM. So Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Fine. Clamib. Wow, yep. Literally seconds of fun. Okay. Is this just the song? Okay, we've got the Selfish Giant song, we've got the Autumn song, we've got the Winter song, and the Spring song, and the Play song. Let's hear the Winter song. I also follow the bouncing ball. That's kind of neat.
Crisp cold air, frost everywhere, bitter chilly fingers gripping the trees. Sharp and blasting, hail comes rattling, kicking at the slates of the castle bear. Steam wintry wind blowing briskly by, piercing cold where the giant hides.
This song seems to rhyme a lot more than the title song.
Icy and bleak, covered with snow, the garden shivers in the snapping cold.
Oh, there we go. That was the Winter song. You know what? I think we've seen everything there is to see here in Oscar Wilde's The Selfish Giant. Yeah, I would honestly, not one of the better interactive storybooks. A couple of fun songs, but very few things to click on, and also just some of the animations ran really long. Like you had to sit through like all the leaves falling off a tree before you could actually get through to the next bit. Like I imagine also, yeah, the narrative is kind of a little it's, I don't know, it's been done better. There, I said it. But anyhow, that's the warm-up, I think. So, getting back onto the main game tonight, which is Gothos, a massive 3 CD FMV game where you are a vampire going around just draining, you know, I think there's a hunt going on. I think that was part of the story. Like there's a hunt and you got to kind of get in front of some, I don't know, there's like some bad vampires. There's like an order of bad vampires that is apparently gonna try and off all of the less bad vampires. That's my vague recollection of what the story is. I've started drawing a map because I have not found a walkthrough of this game. I have found some hints, but they all refer to locations where I have no idea where they are. So I've been, yeah, doing this little map here as I go. It's also important to do the map here because while it's a first-person adventure game, the camera direction changes all the time. Like you have a little compass in the corner saying which direction is north, and if you don't pay attention, you will get hopelessly lost. So, yeah, I think that it's kind of very difficult to complete the game without some kind of map. But there is some amazing FMV in there, which pretty much makes up for almost everything. So, ScummVM, debug flags, loader, lingo exec, lingo strict, debug level 5, GOTHOS. So we'll go through the introduction again so we can see exactly what we're dealing with here.